I think that the strengths of our program, first, second, and third is our department, our faculty, the people who are going to be inside the operating room teaching and training. I just got a message from one of my co-residents that Dr. Kleba is doing an airway lecture, and he sent me a photograph of the tables lined up with all sorts of different airway equipments, and 6 very enthusiastic, maybe a little bit shell-shocked residents about to get taught by someone who is not only a trained anesthesiologist but also originated his training in dentistry. And so you just don't get any more of an airway expert than those 2 fields. So the faculty is extraordinary.
I'm doing my OB rotation right now. I have a ton of spinals, a ton of epidurals under my belt, and it's 3 months into my CA 1 year. And I feel very comfortable up there. A lot of my other colleagues won't be doing this until maybe the end of this year, or potentially the middle of next year. So it gives you a really big edge, especially with the hands-on. We have attendings here who have been doing it for 30 years, who have this wonderful technique, and then we have attendings who just came out of residency or fellowship who have completely new and different techniques. And so it's really cool to be able to see the different stages and oh, this is how this guy does it, this is how that guy does it. And just have the opportunity to do so many different things.
You're going to have a smaller class size. You're going to get to spend a lot more time with myself, your mentors, and you're going to have a much more in-depth experience. And if there's a subspecialty that you find yourself enamored with, you're going to have that subspecialty exposure much earlier. So if you want to do hearts, you want to do pediatrics, that kind of stuff, you don't have to wait in line nearly as much in a facility of this size than you would in somewhere that's, 5 or 6 times the size of this program.
We are one of the largest facilities in the Hudson Valley, south of Albany and north of Westchester, and so we get some really great cases. You have the 1-to-1 attention or 2-to-1 attention from your faculty. Being a small program, it's more personal. The attendings know you and you know the attendings.
We are very highly academically focused and clinically focused. Academically, just so you know, our residents, many of whom started anesthesia in our program without any prior anesthesia experience or knowledge, had been in surgery residencies and other things, they beat the national average.
It's important to have a good residency program and be able to get the training that you want, but it's also important to be able to enjoy the things that you like doing outside of residency. And that was one of the things that was very appealing to me, was coming to somewhere where I could enjoy the outdoors, cycling, and then hiking and doing things with my wife and kids as well.
Wellness means going apple picking. It means a bunch of us going out to eat after a really hard shift and just kind of, going over the things that were difficult from that day. It looks like our department taking an interest in our well-being and asking us how we can better alleviate things like the call schedule, or like how things are going in the ICU, or difficult things that we don't always talk about.
You'll get very much the hands-on experience that you want. This is the place where you are going to be involved, you are going to be known by everyone, you are going to have relationships within the hospital and outside the hospital. Your co-residents will be some of your best friends.
We care about you. We care about your experience. We care about your wellness. We care about your professional plans. We care where you're going to be going from here.